Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Having to make a fun little trip down to the VA today. Their system still cracks me up. This is an appointment that was made right about the beginning of the quarantine. And I told them, put a note in your system to have my lab work scheduled for, a couple of days before, because my appointment's on a Monday. So Wednesday to Friday, go have lab work drawn. They called me yesterday. Today is Friday, so yesterday was Thursday. And they're like, oh, we noticed that you have an appointment tomorrow. We can't have you have your lab work drawn, or not tomorrow, but Monday. We can't have you have blood work drawn Monday because we don't get the results back the same day. No shit. Which is why I tell them to schedule my lab work, the week prior, and put a note in the system. No. Your guys' taxpayer from Veteran Health, hard at work. I mean, don't get me wrong, the doctor, or I think she's actually a nurse practitioner, she does a good job. She seems to know her stuff. But when it comes to scheduling things, no idea where their head's at. Yeah, I've noticed over the past few days you can see more and more of that yellowish spot kind of growing on some of these corn stalks. I just wonder how long before these fields all start to turn yellow and die. Although it's really pathetic looking is further up the road here, where it was all flooded and turned into a lake. It's really pathetic looking now. Just everything's dead, and you can clearly tell what was and was not underwater. I know yesterday I had a fun time at an auction that my dad and myself and my niece went to. It was an old pawn shop that was, I guess, going out of business. I'm not entirely sure why they were selling everything off, but they were selling off a lot of their shit and the building. And they had something like 185 firearms that they were going to be auctioning off. So I was going through the table looking at it, found a flat dark earth burnt bronze AR-15 made by Diamondback Tactical. Nice looking gun. Looking at the receiver, and you can see where it says fire and safe and then fire up top. They'd cross that out and wrote no bang bang, and then on the side where, at least in the military, your 3-round burst or full auto setting is, they wrote bang bang bang. I thought it was just somebody having fun. So I pick it up and, just functions checking the weapon, flip it over to bang, bang, bang. Be damned if there was not either a burst or a full auto capable trigger group in there. There were 2 disconnectors inside of the gun. So I went up and asked the individual running the auction how they were going to be handling the NFA transfer of the firearms. And unsurprisingly, he's like, that's not something that we deal with. It's going to be handled through the FFL of the business. It's like, okay. So this business that obviously is doing so shitty that they are having to sell off everything is going to be responsible for what? Taking possession of my firearm for the, I don't even know how long it takes to get a tax stamp back for a select fire weapon these days. I'm guessing 3 months to a year. You see some of the dead spots up here now. But so this business that has to sell off all this shit is going to hold on to my weapon for whatever long period of time it takes for me to submit the paperwork to the ATF to be approved to own a select fire weapon. And it really makes me question, because none of the paperwork I saw had made mention of them having NFA items for sale. Makes me question if this business that's going out of business even knew what they had. Being that they were an FFL, I would truly hope that they did. If not, it just shows their incompetence and they deserve to be put out of business. But there's nothing really worthwhile at that auction that we just couldn't live without, so we didn't stick around. I have no idea what happened with that firearm. I just hope that whoever bought it did realize beforehand the extra steps you need to take to legally own that firearm. Yeah, you can see out here where it's all just brown and dead, and compared to the nice green that you can see out in the distance. All that shit was underwater. I feel bad for the farmers usually do, who are taking more of a loss than they usually do, because they're the farmers that own these fields plant them every year. And anytime we get a halfway decent rainstorm, parts of these fields flood. Not to the extent that it has right now. You know, this was a very heavy rainstorm that we had. But I feel sorry for them losing the crops that they don't normally lose. I personally, apparently I'm having problems talking today. I personally think that they shouldn't be allowed to claim the areas of the field that floods every year for lost crops, because it's something that happens every year. You know said area is going to flood, so you planted, that's your own risk. But that's just my opinion. I'm not a farmer. I don't know all the insurance litigation and everything that's happened in the past to set up those rules. Yeah, I love having to come down here to the VA for just a little blood draw. I'm literally in there for 5 minutes, if that. But it takes me about 20-30 minutes to get there. But I just wanted to share the auction story and just do some more little ramblings. But that'll be all for this video. Until the next one, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up. And if you like what I ramble about or just the sound of my voice, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I occasionally post more videos. And again, until the next one, I'll see you a lot later. Out.